What is a major scale? And how can we understand and communicate the underlying relationships? Remember, symbols are only a means of communication. It's the relationships which matter most. A major scale has 8 pitches, which we call scale steps. You'll notice that we begin and end on 2 notes with the same name, but they are indeed different pitches or notes, C and C. Our root is the note upon which we build our scale. In addition to note names, we can give each scale step a number for reference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You may have heard a major scale using the solfege method. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Whether we are using note names, number system, or solfege, what doesn't change is our ears recognize melodies the instant they arrive, and the major scale can be thought of as a simple melody. It can be best understood as a particular pattern of half steps and whole steps played in a specific order from any given starting note. This is the easiest way to begin understanding a major scale. So then, what pattern of half steps and whole steps will give us the sound of a major scale? Here it is. We begin with our root, and then we make our moves. Root, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now we have a simple formula that will produce a consistent result every time. Here is the major scale played from 2 different starting notes. Now, why do they sound different while still sounding so similar? Again, it is because your ears and brain are recognizing the pattern whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That is what defines a major scale, no matter which note you start on. We've looked at how to make a major scale using a simple formula. Let us look at another way, how the major scale is made up of intervals based on our starting note. And, in fact, our interval names are based upon the root scale step relationship. We will go scale step by scale step and examine the intervals used in the major scale. From our first scale step to our second scale step, we end up with a major second interval. From our first scale step to our third scale step, we end up with a major third interval. From our first scale step to our fourth scale step, we end up with a perfect fourth interval. From our first scale step to the fifth scale step, a perfect fifth. From our first scale step to our sixth scale step, a major sixth interval. From our first scale step to our seventh scale step, we call that a major seventh. And finally, from our first scale step to our last scale step, we end up with what we call an octave interval. Okay, let's review. Major scale formula method. Root, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Major scale using intervals. Root, major second, major third, perfect fourth, perfect fifth, major sixth, major seventh, and the octave. If you play 2 or more intervals at once, now you've got a chord. Watch the next video in the series, What is a Chord?